So,
She was good at collecting them at first meeting. I would just count the trash.
David's suggestion was to give your first choice 3 points, second choice 2 points, and third choice 1 point. And that way we can just add up how many points each name gets and see which had the strongest support. Your votes are public record. So I'm going to have you write your name and write your choices. And then I think what I'd like to do is have Deborah collect them and read them. And I'll write the board. That sounds good to you.
Yeah.
I'll have Marlena, you can tell me your vote.
Madam Chairperson,
Yes.
I'd like to read a statement into the record, if I may, before we vote.
Okay, I will allow that. So Marlena, that's Debbie Shapiro. She's going to read a statement.
Okay.
Do I need this?
Okay. She has it.
My name is Deborah Shapiro. I have been a student of history my whole life, and most recently have been named the municipal historian for the city of Middletown. I respect history in all its forms. I respect national history, I respect local history, and I most assuredly respect people's personal history. I respect the good history and the bad history. I respect history that propelled us forward as a society, and I respect history that held us back. But I also respect the promise of the future. In the building of a new school, Middletown has the opportunity to look to the future and give our students a chance to build their own personal histories. A graduate of Woodrow Wilson High School said to me that, quote, "You can't change history," unquote. Well, that is true. We can make a new history and a better history. The makeup of Middletown's population is far different from what it was in 1931 when that school was named after the 28th President of the United States. Middletown is a more diverse community that has embraced people of many ethnicities, colors, and creeds. And the name of the middle school should be one that all students can look to as an inspiration to promote learning and working toward a more just society. Middletown is erecting a new building combining two schools, which gives us the chance to create a new beginning that tells our young people that they are all valued members of our community. I am voting for the new name to be Beeman Douglas Middle School. The Middletown African American Beeman family, Reverend Jehiel, his sons Leverett and Reverend Amos, and Leverett's wife Clarissa, were active in the anti-slavery movement. The future mayor of Middletown and Lieutenant Governor of Connecticut, Benjamin Douglas, a white man, along with Reverend Jehiel Beeman, were co-founders of the Middletown Anti-Slavery Society and were conductors on the Underground Railroad. Naming the school after both the Beeman family and Douglas would acknowledge that even 185 years ago, in the face of much opposition, some of it violent, both Black and white citizens worked together to abolish slavery and create a path for equality. The courage of these Middletown citizens and their impact on both national and Middletown history should be honored and celebrated and taught to our Middletown youth. As a committee and city, we too must show courage to accept the fact that history is not always perfect, but can be a lesson for us all, a catalyst for change, and hope for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Debbie. So, Marlena, if you could tell me your first choice, I'll record your votes.
Okay.
What is your first choice?
So first choice is Kegman. Ida Kegman.
And your second?
Is Middletown Regional Middle School.
And your third?
Would be Beeman.
Once we have tallied all the votes, I'm going to ask people to share what were some of the things they considered in coming to their decision. I would like to share that thinking with the Board of Education and the Common Council and the members of the community, just so that people have as thorough of an understanding of how you came to your decision and how this body came to the decision that it came to. So if you could just stick with us for a little while, Marlena, to share that. And if everybody else could write down their choices and then send them over to Deborah.
Passing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just for the record, I have a mandatory webinar at 7 for a class that I'm taking. So I have to leave at 6:30. I wrote my considerations on something that I typed. It's a couple of sentences. I didn't take it as consideration for how I got to my answers. I took it as considerations for other things for us to tell the board as in, like, things to consider. So making sure that we recognize past Woodrow and past Kevlin, and make sure that we finish the things that we promised the former students and the last time that we did a name change. So that's what that is.
Okay,
So sorry about that.
that's okay. Has everyone passed in their paper? Not yet? You can just send it down to them. So, I just figured I'd write the names down this way, and as a new name is added, I'll add it to the list, and if a name that's already been voted on is added, I'll put the points across the way, and then we can just add it up along the side. So I put Marlena's up here already, and you can.
Okay, ready? Okay. All right, the first choice, do I say the name of the person?
It's public record, you know, as well.
Okay, so this is from Josie. Josie does it?
Me, Josie.
Josie, okay, I said it right, I'm sorry. The first choice is Beeman. The second choice is Beeman Douglas. And the final is North Star. North Star. North Star. Just let me know if you don't hear me, ladies. I know I get lost sometimes. Okay. This is from David. First choice is Veterans Memorial. The second is Middletown Middle.
One second.
Should that go?
I don't think can we call Middletown a regional school? Because we only have 7 kids from.
That was a name that wasn't in the list or the running, but I don't know.
And the final is Matavesi Middle.
Thank you.
It's at the other paper.
ASSETT. That's what
TTs?
Yeah, that's what it says online.
Those folks.
I saw something like that one too. I think there are a
Can
whole
we,
bunch
can
of
we just
different-
ask Marlena, are we allowed to call it a regional school? Because we're not, it wouldn't be a regional school, that's one from other,
Mhm.
I don't know
So
that we can do that.
those 2 points can go to the Middletown Middle.
If that's your intent, yeah.
That's- Yes, Marlena.
Marlena,
Yes,
okay, are you okay with Middletown Middle School versus Middletown Regional? Because Middletown Middle will not, the new school will not be a regional school.
oh, that's fine, yes.
Thank you. Okay, you ready? So the first choice, this is from Tom. So the first choice is Beeman Douglas. The second choice is Beeman. And the third is Matavasi. Okay? And this is from Deborah Shapiro. This is from Deborah Shapiro. This is, first choice is Beeman Douglas. Second choice is Beeman. And the last is Matavasi. Oh, okay, this is typed out.
That's for me.
That's from me, okay. This is from Precious. The first choice is Beeman Middle School. The second choice is Beeman Douglas Middle School. And the third is Matavasi Middle School.
And then my official vote is that one, so. It's the same.
That's for the public record.
Okay, the next one is Maria. Her first choice is Willard McCray. The second choice is Beeman. And the third choice is Ida Kaglin. The next one is from Deborah Kane. First choice is Beeman. Second choice, Beeman Douglas. And the third choice, Middletown Middle School. The next one is from Dan. First choice, Beeman Middle School. Second choice, Ida Keglin Middle School. And the third choice, Middletown Middle School. The next one is from Marlena. The first choice of,
We already have.
I did Marlena.
I
I wrote it first.
Sorry, I was on a roll. Okay, the next one is from Jill. And her first choice is Beeman Middle School. The second choice is Matavesi Middle School. And the third is Christine La Rosa Middle School.